mean change like what Jesus meant when he talked to Nicodemus. How many of you know who Nicodemus is? Raise your hand if you don't know who Nicodemus is. Nicodemus was a teacher of the people of God. He was one of the leaders. He wasn't just the Pharisee. He was in the Sanhedrin. He was in the group of 70 that spoke for God to the people of Israel. And Nicodemus, that fine teacher of the people of God, sheepishly came to Jesus in the evening hours under the cloak of darkness. And Jesus told that wonderful, godly man, unless you are born anew, unless you are born again, Nick, you can't even see the kingdom of God. Do you get this? This is Kairos moment. This is a guy that everybody in town would go, upright religious dude. Jesus says, you can't even see the kingdom from where you're at, man. And Nick knew, after all that he tried, what Jesus meant. Nick, God has so much more for you, but you're in need of an honest makeover. Now, the word makeover can be deceiving because a makeover is something you go let somebody else do to you. But that's not how it happens. In fact, the makeover that Nick needs, the makeover that you and I need, doesn't start on the outside. And nobody can do it for you, but you can't do it alone, and you can't do it without others. But you can do the work and work it out with the Spirit of God from the inside. Today is a Kairos moment, a significant point of opportunity in your life. Ask yourself, what is happening in your life? Maybe something great is happening in your life. Maybe something good. Maybe it's something hard. Maybe it's something painful, and maybe it's just mundane. It doesn't really matter. There is a kingdom opportunity for you right there. Meaning, the King has a way for you to live. The way to allow God's kingdom to break through into the way that you are living your life today. Now, some of us think it's impossible to live the kingdom life, impossible to live the Christian life. Some feel that they are secretly undisclosed hypocrites and long for something more. And I think that's probably where many of us are today. Secret, undisclosed hypocrites that long for something more. How many of you would say, I can identify with that statement? See, coming out of the shadows into light is going to be part of the process. Maybe that's you today. Maybe that's where you've been for a long time. And you know what? Let me tell you this. It's not a bad place to be. But it's a bad place to stay. And I think that's where Nicodemus was when he kind of slinked out to meet Jesus under the cover of darkness. Nick knew Jesus had what he needed. But Nick didn't want anybody else to see his need. Nick knew Jesus had what he wanted, but he just really didn't know how to get it into his life. Just like Nick, the answer for you and I will begin in something as basic as trusting the love of God.